Welcome to Ubasti's Purr. I'm your host, Rebecca, and today we're going to be discussing how to deal with anxiety and panic attacks. First, I would like to start by saying nutrition. There are some nutritional things that you can do to really lessen your anxiety and panic symptoms. The first thing that I would recommend doing is buying a good fish oil supplement that is in liquid form and taking it morning and night. One that I take is called by Carlson's, and it comes in different flavors like lemon and orange, and I prefer the orange. But this way, by taking liquid fish oil, you can control your dose. And it has been proven that high doses of fish oil actually help repair brain damage. Fish oil also increases serotonin in the brain and helps to lessen anxiety and panic symptoms. I swear by fish oil, it saved my life. I used to wake up in a jolt of panic every single day, and the combination of liquid fish oil twice daily, high doses of it twice daily, plus a multi-B vitamin, really just, I don't wake up in jolts of panic anymore. And I'm grateful for that. Speaking of B vitamins, some natural sources of B vitamins are like dark leafy greens, cherries, different types of nuts. Nuts are also source of omega oils. What else? Plums. Plums are a great source. Spinach is a wonderful source of B vitamins. So, yeah, those are some things you can eat to lessen your anxiety and panic symptoms. Another thing that I would recommend, honestly, is CBD oil. And I know that that's a controversial topic, but if you're into doing CBD and have researched it, I recommend it. That is another thing that has helped with my anxiety, but my main two are the B vitamins and the fish oil. Teas are also a wonderful way to decrease your anxiety and panic symptoms. Drinking warm water is a natural soothant to your nervous system. And there are some teas that could really help, like green tea, because it has, I believe, was L-theanine in it. And you can get that decaffeinated as well. There's decaffeinated green tea. One tea that I really enjoy is lavender tea. I noticed an improvement in my anxiety symptoms after drinking lavender tea. So there is another one, ginger and turmeric. And this one doesn't have the best taste, but it's a medicinal tea. And what it does is it's good for your gut health, and it lowers inflammation in the body, which will reduce depressive and anxious symptoms. I also swear by turmeric because I've noticed a huge difference in not only my anxiety, but my depression by taking a turmeric supplement. And I take it in tea form. So those are some nutritional things that you can do to decrease your anxiety. Now let's get on to more therapeutic modules. There's some cognitive behavioral tips that can help, and I'll share some of the ones that have helped me. And when I was struggling with panic attacks, I would cause myself to panic further when I felt that surge of adrenaline, okay? And I mean, I had it pretty bad. I would go into panic attacks that would cause more panic attacks that would cause more panic attacks, and throughout the day I would be having them, and I would be having depersonalization, and dissociative features with my panic attacks because they were so severe. I thought I was losing my mind. I was having intrusive thoughts. It got so bad that I was unable to eat, and I had very bad stomach issues. And I wasn't getting any sleep because I was just waking up in jolts of pure terror. Okay? And so I had to learn some cognitive behavioral skills, and one being that when I felt that instant surge of adrenaline and I woke up like that I would have to stop myself and say, this is just a panic attack. This is just anxiety. And believe it or not, whenever I would start feeling that urge, the more I did that, the more I would say, oh, this is just anxiety. And all of a sudden, it would go down and decrease in severity. Another good tip in terms of your thoughts and behavioral modifications is grounding techniques. A good grounding technique can be as simple as carrying something with you, having something on hand that you can touch. I have a couple things. I have a ball that has gel in it, and I will focus on squishing that. I also have a small container that has pink kinetic sand, and not only do I enjoy the texture of it, but I also enjoy the sight of watching it fall apart and mold. So that kinetic sand really, it gets more than one sense involved, okay? Your sight as well as your touch. Another thing, let's see, I discussed the ball and the kinetic sand. I wear necklaces, okay, that are crystals, because I am a spiritual person, and I like the idea of earth magic, so to speak, that rocks and things like that have energy to them. That's just me. I know a lot of people probably think that's phooey, but it just has a spiritual meaning for me personally. So one thing that I do is I wear my necklaces, and I feel in my hands and my fingers the texture of these stones, okay? And that is something that I can use when I need to get grounded or remind myself to become present in the moment, in the now. I can rub my stone and say to myself, I'm in the present moment, you know. Okay, that's another good one. Okay, speaking of necklaces, I have these necklaces that are diffusers. I have one with like a lava stone in it, and I have another one that is like a little tube with a hole on the top, and you put essential oils in these necklaces like lavender or whatever, and when you need to bring yourself back to the present moment, or you need to ground yourself, you can smell these necklaces. You could screw the little top off and smell the little... I have one that's a jar. It looks like a potions jar. And I have one that is like a little metal jar or tube thing. And I can just undo those, unscrew those, and smell the essential oils. And that is a grounding technique that kind of goes along with the kinetic sand. Well, all of them really, but it's like the sight, touch, smell. You know, all your senses, and that grounds you. Now, one thing that I'm learning in trauma therapy is EMDR skills. Tapping's one thing I'm having to get used to, but she taught me some skills that are very useful. Like when you're obsessing about things, or you find yourself anxious over things and you start to obsess that way, to imagine yourself putting that in a container that is locked away and you can come back to it later. Or imagine yourself on a beach or in the mountains, like you create a space that is 100% safe and elicits like a joyful feeling, and you can go to that place. My place is called Olivia, and it is a beach in Greece. It's not really, it's made up in my head, and the sand is warm and the water is crystal clear. Like Google the Greece beaches and you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. And so when I'm feeling anxiety or having a flashback or a memory recall, I could take myself to Olivia, and the thought of being there is more pleasant, right? So I hope you guys like this. Those are several tips on what you can do to decrease your anxiety and panic levels. If you like this, please tune in for more. And remember that I also have a YouTube channel called Ubasti's Purr, the same as this podcast. And that is more of a spiritual channel where I do daily affirmations or daily readings using cards, and try to deliver a positive message each and every day. All right. So everybody have a wonderful night.